am super excited with the projects we have going on. It's all gardening stuff now, and I'm super excited to bring you along on the journey of making your own walk-through trellis. I actually made one yesterday. I don't know if you can see it there a little bit. I'm going to take you to it, give you a little walkthrough of how I went about doing it, and I'm going to do one on the other side of the garden today. So I'm going to bring you with me as we do that. So let's head out to the garden there. Lauren's having some fun. Let's head out to the garden there, and I'll give you a peek. Okay, so here is the trellis I made yesterday. And I didn't even show you this garden bed that we made yet. So this was a brand new garden bed that we made with the vision that we had. I've talked in a couple videos about the vision that we had drawn out. So anyways, we made this last weekend. We're going to put my grandma's bench here. I planted a bush here, and then I'm going to plant something else in this corner here. But what I'm going to build today is the trellis that goes here. So if you see, eventually there's going to be a trellis here. The birds are loving it. And there's going to be a trellis here right before the chicken coop. So basically what I did was I just built a frame, and then I got some wire that's on a roll, and I just stapled it up and over, and it looks awesome. So let's get the next one started, and I'm going to take you on the ride with us. Okay, so I thought I would show you first the wire roll that I got. So it looks like this. I got this one here at Canadian Tire, and this is the label on it. So it is 4 feet by 50 feet, and it's called Utility Fence 2-inch Square Mesh. So I was gonna do the cattle panels and just bend them, but they were like $160, I think, for a 16-foot length of 4 feet wide. So I opted for this, and I thought, I don't know, I would try it. So this roll, 4 feet by 50 feet, I believe was $59.99. So I grabbed this roll, and it should do both of the trellises. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I made the trellis frame, and then we will put the wire on it after. So let's go back out to the garden, and I'll show you how I make the uprights, and then how we support them at the top, and how I get it all put together. It took me like 2 hours to do, but also have my daughter running in and out and around that I got to keep an eye on. So let's head out to the garden. I'll show you how I measured for the uprights, and then we will get cutting the wood. Okay, so what we're going to start with is I'm just going to take measuring tape and measure from the inside of this edge right against here across to the inside of this edge, and take that number down, and then I'm just going to cut 2 8-foots, because that's what I did here. So each pole, the 4 posts, are 8 foot long. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to cut 2 8-foots, and then for the support at the top, I need to know from here to here. So I'm going to measure that, and that width is going to be what this board is here. So like I said, I'm going to cut 2 8-foot posts for the uprights, and then this support here is going to be the exact same width from here to here. Alright, so you're just going to measure like this from here to here, and it's 46.5 inches. So we just have pieces of wood from when we built our house, so it literally use what you have. Doesn't have to be nothing fancy. These are 16-foot lengths, so they're almost perfect. Some are a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these. I'm just going to do one side first. So I'll cut this one board into 2 8-foot lengths, And then we'll cut 46 and a half, I think I said, right? So we'll have to cut whatever I can find into a length that long, and then we'll put it together. Okay, so trick if you're doing this with kids, always unplug your drill or your saw when you're done cutting. So this one was a little bit longer than 16 feet, but here we go. Now I've got 2 boards cut to 8 feet, and now we're gonna do the support at the top. So let's cut that one. Okay, so we now have 2 8-foot lengths and one that's 46 and a half. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tee them up. So you're literally just going to grab your 8-foot boards and spread them out. And what I did was I took the 46 and a half, and you just want to make sure that it's level. So when you look down at it, it doesn't look like that. You want to make sure that it's level. So the top's flush, the side's flush, and you're just going to put a screw into here. And then once we do this, we're going to do the same on this side. So I'll bring this over, put it under, same thing. So I'm going to go ahead now and put 1 screw in each corner. Okay, so I have it put together here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand it up inside the garden, and I'm going to put a screw in the top board and in the bottom board to make sure that it's secure on both sides. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so see how inside the garden here there's 2 boards. There's 2 2x8s. So once it's standing in the corner here, put my drill down. Once it's standing here, I'm going to put a screw here and a screw into this on both sides. So it looks like this. So we've got a screw here and then a screw there on both sides. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, oh, it's hot today. So there you go. You've got one side up, and I started screwing on the inside, but then I realized the screws I have are too long, and I'm working with what I've got. So I made sure that the end of the screw that was going to come through is into the garden. So once it's filled with dirt, you're not even going to see it. So let me show you what it looks like. I'll turn you around. So that's what it looks like. Support at the top. And the reason why you measure down here, oh my goodness, your baby's leg fell off. Why you measure down here is because you want the same distance up here, right? So now I'm going to do the exact same steps for this side, only because we've used this bed before and it's not new. I'm just going to have to dig this dirt out here so I can get that pole flush with the ground. So it's 8 feet, same with there. But yeah, let's repeat the steps for this side, and then I will show you how we connect them at the top, like I did that one there, and then we'll put the wire mesh on it so it can be a trellis. I'm not going to record this side though, it's literally the exact same steps, and then once I get this side up, I'll show you how we're going to connect them. Okay, so now that I've got both up, to measure from this side to this side on both sides, because I'm not perfect in neither of these gardens, we need to measure from the outside of this wood to the outside of this wood here. on both sides, because I can probably guarantee that it's not completely square, but it's probably close to it. So we're going to measure on this side from the edge there to the outside edge of this board, and we're going to cut that length to go from the corner here to the corner here, and then same thing for this side. So this side we're going to measure from this outside edge to this outside edge, and that's going to be the length from here to here, and it's probably going to be pretty close, so let's go ahead and measure that. Okay, so they're both 58 and a quarter and a hair, so I'm just going to do 58 and a quarter inches, and I'm going to cut those lengths now, and then we will get up on a ladder and put those up. Okay, so I have my two lengths cut, 58 and a quarter. I've got my ladder, and then what I'm going to do is kind of the same thing that I did here. So you're just gonna want to get up here on a ladder, put one end up, screw it in, make sure it's teed. So what I mean by teed, I don't even know if that's the right word, but level on the side and level on the top, so it's not hanging over this edge, it's flush. Same there, and then we're gonna do the other side. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so it is up. It's sturdy, not crazy wobbly. You can't really wobble it. Looks perfect. It is very windy though, so I think I'm gonna leave the wire to tomorrow. We'll see. My daughter needs me, so I'm gonna go do that. This is the beauty of being home with my kids and being able to do projects and spend time with them, and sometimes she wants to learn, sometimes she doesn't. But it's so cool that I'm able to do that. And if it's something that you're wanting to do, is be self-sufficient and be home with your kids but still make a living, there's a link in my bio. Check it out. I'd love to talk to you about it. But anyways, let me turn you around so I can show you what it looks like here, and then I'm gonna go hang out with my daughter for a bit, and I'll probably do the wire later, but let me show you. So as you can see, I pulled the dirt back in the corners here, got that filled back in, but you can see that it looks the exact same as that one. It's all teed up. Look at it from back this way. It's very windy. So there it is. And then how I did the wire on this one, because it's a roll, you can see how I have the wire on that one. I rolled it out in the yard so it was flat, and then I had a whole bunch extra here, laid it out, and I got up on the ladder and just laid the roll on top, and then I kind of just pushed the roll so it rolled and fell down. And then I started on this side and just stapled it up, pulling it tight, and then I did a cross, and then I went there, and then I just cut the excess off. So once I have not so much wind, because yesterday it was windy too when I did that one, and it was a little bit tricky, but I got it done. So when I do this here, maybe later today or tomorrow, we'll go ahead and do that. But that is how you make the frame. And like I said, it's literally just with materials that I have. It's not with anything special, just wood that we had laying around and screws that I had laying around. I had to change my drill bit from a star to a square a couple times just because that's what I had, but square, sturdy, and now I've got 2 walkthroughs. I'm so excited. And we're going to be planting things obviously that need to grow up, like our beans, tomatoes, watermelon, pumpkins. I'm going to see, I've seen people grow them on trellis, not sure, but yeah, looks really good. Be able to walk right through. And I did them 8 feet tall because then once things start growing and hanging down, if they hang down 2 feet, that gives you plenty of space still if you're 6 foot tall to walk through and not get hit in the head with a melon. But yeah, super simple, really easy, and looks awesome. And then I'm gonna put my grandma's bench in here. Yes, honey. And she's got a snack. All right, I'll give you an update here once we get the wire out and do that part. Okay, so we are back. We skipped a day. So yesterday it was really rainy and windy all day, so I couldn't get the trellis up, or the wire on the trellis. But it is good, sunny today, hardly a breeze at all. So let's get it put up. All right, so this is all we need for the wire part. So you're gonna need your roll of wire and then just a standard staple gun and staples. So let's get going. All right, so this should be fun. I'm not sure how I'm gonna tape this, probably just a time lapse, but what I'm gonna do is this roll of wire here, I'm just going to unroll it and lay it out so it straightens. And then I'm gonna lay enough in the garden bed here so when I get up on the ladder, the end will still be touching the ground, and then I'm gonna put the roll up top here and then hopefully just roll it down and it'll come down this side. So I'll show you what I mean here. Let's get it rolled out. Okay, so this is what I mean here. So I've got it rolled out. Now I'm going to get up on the ladder and I'm going to make sure that all of this material is basically in this garden bed. So when I stand up on the ladder with the roll, this will still be down this whole side, and I can just set the roll up here and then hopefully just unroll it all the way over and let it drop down this side. So let's see if this can happen. Fingers crossed. Okay, so just like that, perfect. So you can see on this side, it's down. Obviously going to be in the dirt once we've got dirt in here. And then it goes up, over, and then I just kind of tuck the roll in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on this side here, and I'm just going to pull this tight across, and then I'm just going to put staples along on every so many like cross sections. I'll show you what I mean here with what I did. So simply just gonna go and staple it like this. Every few, all the way up, and then a couple in the center. So on this support here, I did one on the bottom, one on the top, and then same thing on this side. And as you're putting it on and stapling, you want to make sure that you're pulling it tight up, but also pulling it tight side to side. And then once you get to the top, same thing. You do this side, do some on that side, and then on the other side. So let's go ahead and start stapling. Okay, so I've got this side and the top pretty well done. Just gonna not record this side because you don't need to watch me do a whole other side and waste your time. So anyways, I'm just gonna finish this side here and get it stapled on. And then what I'm gonna do, let me turn you around and show you. Okay, so see how this is hanging over the edge? So once I'm done, I'm just gonna come around and just kind of pull this and give it a whole bunch of extra staples so you can see better on this side. So this side's got a little bit more hanging off. So I'm just gonna pull this around like this and staple it on this edge so it's nice and tight. And then I'm gonna go back around all of what I already did and just give it some more staples so it's got a whole bunch. Once there's vines hanging on it, it won't pull down. And then when it's done, it'll look like this one. See what I mean here by I pulled it around the side of the board and gave it some staples. So I'm gonna go ahead now and finish. And then once I'm done, I'll show you. Okay, so I have it all stapled down. You can see my last staple, oh, my shadow. My last staple's there, and then right where Lauren is, there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna roll the rest of the roll out. So I have enough where I can dig it into the ground, and I'm just gonna use wire cutters, cut along here and cut the roll off, and then I can staple the bottom down. So I'm gonna go grab some wire cutters and cut that roll. Okay, so you're just gonna, I got it kind of jammed in there from when I put it down. So I'm just gonna kind of roll it out to there, and then you're just gonna cut along closest to a cross wire so you don't have long pieces of metal hanging out. You're just gonna go along like this and cut the roll off of the panel. Like that. Make sure you cut it in the same spot on every crossover. Like that. Just about there. Oh, my daughter is giving it to the chickens. Alright, two more. One. Whoops. One. And this stuff's real picky, so just be careful. There. So see how it's in the dirt here? So I don't think, yeah, you can see that. So I'm just gonna push it down and finish stapling it to here. I'll put a few staples in here. And that's it. And I'll show you what it looks like. And there we have it. A full walk-through trellis. I stapled all the loose ends up across both sides and the bottom or the top. And then I'll just show you what I did here to finish this bottom out. I just kind of stuck it in the dirt there. But we are going to be putting more dirt in or soil in this garden, so that'll be covered another probably 2 or 3 inches with dirt. But there you go. That is how you make a walk-through 8-foot tall trellis that's 4 feet wide for your climbing vine vegetables that you grow. And I got 2 of them now, so I can plant anything with a vine here, anything with a vine in the bed there, and then anything viney here and in this side here. And it'll crawl up and maybe over and up and maybe over. So super awesome. I'll take you through both and show you what it looks like now from this side. I'm just so proud, you guys. It's literally just made with scrap wood that I had laying around. If you don't have any scrap wood laying around, just grab some 2x4s or whatever you can. I know sometimes the buy and sells in our area has people just getting rid of wood too that you could always find, and then just buy your roll of wire and measure it out kind of how I showed you there and give her a go. But there is our 2 walk-through trellises. And then I can walk right through to my chicken coop, which all my girls are dust bathing and rolling around. But there you go, that's how you do her. And I've only got this much left of the 50-foot roll, so it was plenty to do 2 trellises like that, and it worked out perfect. I'm very, very proud with how it worked out. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed watching that. I enjoyed making it, and it's funny because I said to my husband, aren't you so glad you have a handy wife? Like, I can use power tools, I know how to do all the things, and if you're new to it and you've never done anything like that, practice makes perfect, right? So give her a try. Let me know if you build a walk-through trellis, or if you do have a walk-through trellis, let me know how you like it. Obviously, I've never had one. I just had trellises last year in the garden that were just straight up. But I'm super excited for this. So if you guys liked the video, please just give it a like, hit that thumbs up, and I love and appreciate all of you from the bottom of my heart for following along and all the things that I do and post about. And if you find value here and you find enjoyment, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below. And any questions you ever have, send them my way, and I'll answer them the best that I know. And if I don't know, I'll probably try and figure it out for you. So anyways, there you go, guys. Super exciting. Thank you so much again for following along. Hit that bell, subscribe so you never miss one of my videos. Like this video, and I will see you all back here next time. Bye. Say bye, Lauren. See ya.